What is this, my brother? My brother! Which trend is this? Is this actually true?
This is the new Mercadona. If you want to find a date, go to Mercadona.
No, dog, I don't like this, dog. You know why I don't like this, dog?
Go to Mercadona from 7 p.m.
to 8 p.m. I don't like this. Yardman Podcast are the one. Yardman Podcast are the one. Yardman Podcast are the one.
Yeah, man.
Yardman Podcast are the one. Yardman Podcast.
Tell him now.
Tell about the Yardman Podcast. Yardman Podcast. Tell about the Yardman Podcast.
Boom! Davian and Tonniel back again with the number one Jamaican podcast in Murcia, Spain.
Number one Jamaican podcast in Europe.
And we're going for the world, and we're going to start this one out by begging again.
Again.
You know, apparently we're beggars, but we're just asking you for a kind favor. We normally do it in the first 2 minutes, so you can skip past it if you already done it. That is to like, share, and subscribe, and you won't hear more about it. So you can enjoy the rest of the episode. If you have YouTube Premium, no ads. If you have, just skip the ads, and you're good to go. And we're starting off with the normal hot sauce.
The meme of the week.
Yeah, man. Tonniel, what do you have for me this week, sir?
My brother. This one is a nice one. I hope you enjoy this one, Rastafari.
Yeah, because mine this week is in Spanish, so anyone wanting to improve their Spanish, this is the week. I am the one bringing the Spanish to the table.
Imagine that, eh?
Yeah, man.
So the first one, top left.
Top left. Mostly. Everybody asleep. Everybody asleep except the passenger.
And the thing is, they never realize.
Everybody tired like them got a river. You know when they got a river and tired?
Yeah. The thing is water, especially the beach more. I think when you go to the beach, the salt water, the sun, the drinks, if you drink whatever, it just tire you. You just tired. You just tired when you finish.
If you don't want me to do nothing at night, just carry me to the beach in the day, and I'll sleep all night like a baby.
And you know, we've been doing this thing. Right now I feel sorry for my parents and my aunties and uncles who used to drive. Because when we were kids, imagine a car full of kids.
Yeah.
Going back from a beach trip. Everybody's sleeping after. Mm-hmm. How you stay awake and all of these things, man.
Well, you know, when I go on the long drives, I'm not gonna keep anyone. I'm not gonna keep anyone company.
You're the worst, Davian. I've been on long drives with you, where you promise, yeah, man, I will stay awake. I'll be the one to keep you awake.
I tried.
15 minutes into the drive.
No. Liar, blood clottel, dog. I tried.
You like 10 minutes.
Right? 10 minutes. Not 15. 10 minutes.
I tried my best.
Momento
I didn't.
Please, David, please. I need talk with me.
Bro, what did I say? I would try. I didn't.
You need to try a little bit harder, David.
I said I would try to stay awake.
You need to try a little bit harder. Just a little bit harder,
I
David.
would try to stay awake, and I gave you 10 minutes of trying. Okay, the next time I will try to
David?
try next time I will try better.
Liar. He's a liar.
Next time I will try better. You know, but everyone was tired, bro. You know, once you accept the responsibility of being the driver, the pilot, you need to accept the responsibilities that come with that.
No, but a co-pilot is very important. Remember what I taught you some weeks ago about leaders and great followers? The great follower in that case would be the co-pilot.
I wasn't the co-pilot, bro. I was a passenger. I booked my flight.
All right, Davian.
I booked my flight.
I know what to do with you next time.
Maybe if I was in the front seat, then I would have probably...
No. I think you just lean your seat back. Just lean back your seat and you're gone.
Probably more comfortable as well. More comfortable. But that was only once, bro. You know, I drove up to Galicia the first time I went up there with Gloriana. I got 11 hours driving. I slept like 9.
No,
Just me and her
Davian.
in the car.
No, Davian. Wrong, Davian. Wrong, Davian.
When I got there in the middle of the night, I had so much energy.
Oh my God.
I'm so sad.
Look at this guy.
But if you accept the responsibility to
This is a warning to all. If Davian goes on on a road trip, put him in the front seat
I was in the front
and
seat.
shake him while you drive so he stays awake.
The only thing that can probably keep me up is if I'm talking to someone on the phone. Or if
And
me
not
and
the driver.
If me and the driver we're conversing, but
Yeah.
like 11 hours, we can only talk about so much, bro. There's gonna be that
There's going to
dip.
be some time of silence. But the thing is
where
now,
you're just
Davian,
listening.
we don't have to always be talking. As long as we know that we are awake. You know, because for me, honestly, Davian, I don't like talking the whole journey going somewhere. That is something that stresses me out.
You see?
Give me some silence sometime. Let me look into the bush. Look into the beyond that we're passing. I like to look at the bush when I'm driving. I don't know
Look
why.
at the bush.
It gives me peace. It gives
You
me
like
peace
looking-
of mind.
You like looking at the bush. Okay.
Like looking at the bush on the side of the road, you know, you might pass some people surrounding towns. You might see a few cows on the roads.
I like. Doing
love that.
I
Yeah.
like doing that too, bro.
Yeah, man.
I enjoy that.
Sometimes, most times, I prefer that than actually talking. Am I a bad co-pilot or a bad passenger?
No, you're awake.
I'm
no,
awake.
but my thing is, I'm showing my friend like I trust you with my life.
No,
I have so
Davian.
much trust in
You're
you.
showing me as a friend that you don't care about my life or your life.
No.
Because if I fall asleep, boom.
Then you should be responsible enough to pull over the car. You should be responsible. If you
Okay, I won't fight you on that one. I won't fight you on that
be
one.
like, Davine, I don't think I'm gonna make it. You know, just pull over and I'll be happy.
True.
You know,
True.
because I know I would fall asleep either way.
Yeah.
All right, I sent you my meme.
You have dropsy.
My meme. No, I just on long drives like.
You have dropsy, Davian. You have
No,
dropsy.
no. All right.
What is dropsy, by the way?
When you're sleepy. No, I don't have that, bro. I don't have that. I think they call it narcolepsy, or that's it, medical.
There's
When you're narcoleptic,
Wait.
there's a word for it. Narcoleptic. You sleep a lot.
So it's actually a thing?
It's a medical. It's a medical conditions, bro.
No, epilepsy, no.
No,
In Jamaica,
narcolepsy.
so in Jamaica we call it dropsy, and now Davian is teaching me that it's an actual sickness.
Yeah.
I used to think that when my parents used to say, "You sleep so much, you have dropsy."
It's a sickness, bro. That was just a Jamaican term for
I
it.
thought it was.
Yeah, you're
You
narcoleptic.
see, every day I learn something new about my parents and their vocabulary. It's just like the example. I keep giving this example of lackadaisical.
No,
like-
you learn narcolepsy.
You know, your parents say, "Oh, you're so lackadaisical. Go do something, man." And you're like, "Oh," you know, how did they make this word up?
They didn't. It was in the English dictionary. You just interpreted it.
Or
that
for
way,
example,
bro.
the word "gliding."
They didn't.
Word in the dictionary. I didn't know this up
You
until
just thought it was pato, no?
I just thought it was patwa. But
The languages are very important.
yeah, man, very, very, very.
But I don't have dropsy.
Okay.
This is where it came from. When I used to go to high school, I used to have to get up at 4 a.m. in the morning and take the bus for like an hour and a half to get to school.
Yeah.
So when you're a kid getting up that early, you learn to sleep on the bus.
Yeah.
You learn to sleep
Ah,
on the
yeah,
bus
yeah, yeah.
on the way to school.
True.
So that kind of just know when I'm like on
It
drives,
shapes you, yeah.
it's still conditioned in me. So I fall asleep. So I'm
Yeah.
not intentionally like, oh, I'm just going to get comfortable and fall asleep. It was from necessity in my childhood, bro.
Pero no ibas en autobús.
It's still the same thing. It's still
No
like
lo
a
mismo.
no, yes, it's still the movement.
It's just like a baby. Why do babies need strollers or need to be moved?
When you rock the baby,
Because in the mother's belly,
Then,
when they're young, they move with their mother, so that
Yeah.
natural kind of rhythm, they want to feel that rhythm. It lulls them. You know that there's a secret to making babies shut up when they cry. I've seen a doctor do it. It's like almost like you hold the baby like this at this angle.
yeah,
It's almost like an angle that he would be inside his mother's belly,
yeah,
and just give him 1 minute or a few seconds.
okay,
Stop crying
yeah.
because he thinks it's in his mother's belly.
My parents used to just rub some rum on my gum.
in conclusion, David is a chill. I am bus chauffeur. No?
You're a good,
Chauffeur bus.
you're a good, you're a good
chauffeur.
chauffeur. You're a good chauffeur. No, but I'm just saying, like, I'm conditioned. Like when I'm in the locomotion of the vehicle, just makes me feel comfortable.
Yeah, it's
And-
really relaxing.
And then I trust the driver as well.
Yeah. I'm used to that. For example, when I was younger and because I used to go to my village on weekends, on Fridays, me and my father would go down, and we'd come back up on Sundays into the countryside from Kingston all the way to Clarendon, all the way to Rock River.
See?
And during that journey, I would fall asleep. But guess what now? I'd usually be in the back seat. And it used to be the most heavenly feeling. Just as a kid, you would fit on the back seat with your 2 feet. You just put your 2 feet up and you're just there.
You're floating, bro.
It's like you're floating and the car is just moving. Sometimes you might hit a pothole or whatever, but it's still nice. A part of the journey.
You're floating.
Feel like a baby again.
You're floating.
Yeah, man.
You see, so don't.
But you're a big man now. You're a big man now, Davian.
Don't carry any animosity towards
Stop it, Davian. You're a big man now.
Which is worse? Someone that you go on a road trip with that won't shut up, or someone that sleeps? Which one would you prefer?
Somebody that won't shut up.
You prefer someone that won't shut up?
No, I can't do it. Somebody who won't shut up on a road trip.
Okay, there you go. You're welcome. You're welcome, sir. All right. Next meme, the Spanish meme. This one is a new phenomenon.
A new phenomenon.
Yeah, I sent it to you on WhatsApp.
All right.
It's a new phenomenon.
Let us see what Spanish
Taking
people are
over
up to.
Spain. Biggest supermarket chain in Spain. Which one is it?
Which one? Oh. Linda.
Mm-hmm.
Mercadona.
Me infiltro en uno para descubrirlo. Estos días se ha hecho viral en redes que la gente viene aquí de 7 a 8 a ligar. Paso número 1. Si quieres tema, pon una piña del revés en tu carro. Pregunto a una chica que lleva una piña. ¿Llevas la piña por lo de ligar?
Bueno, por ver qué pasa.
¿Y qué tal por ahora?
Bueno, hay algún chico mono.
¿Crees que ligarás?
Se intentará.
Madre mía, cómo somos los españoles. Hay el doble de gente que normalmente hasta ahora. Y si te gusta alguien, tienes que chocar tu carrito contra el suyo. Esta chica me parecía mona. Mirad, me acerco a chocar. ¡Ey, cobra! ¡Carrito, cobra! Según lo que llevas en el carrito, es la manera de indicar lo que buscas. La lechuga, como caduca pronto, es por si quieres algo de una noche. Las lentejas, como no caducan, por si quieres algo más a largo plazo. El aceite, si buscas a alguien con dinero. Y si vas a lo que vas, también tienes opciones. Veo a mucha gente dando vueltas sin sentido. Eso son puti vueltas de toda la vida. Hay parejas que me levantan sospechas. Estos miran mucho. ¿Estarán buscando abrir su relación? Se me acabó el tiempo. ¿Hay gente que viene a ligar a Mercadona? Parece evidente que sí. Pero yo no he sabido dar con la tecla. Como tantas noches de mi vida, me voy por la puerta sin haber ligado. Me habrán fallado. Es posible.
What is this, my brother? My brother! Which trend is this? Is this actually true?
This is the new Mercadona. If you want to find a date, go to Mercadona.
No, dog, I don't like this, dog. You know why I don't like this, dog?
Go to Mercadona from 7 p.m. to 8
p.m. I don't like this. You know why?
What's wrong with it?
Because one, that is usually the hour I choose to go because it usually has less people.
Yeah.
Between 7 to 9.
¿Puede ser marketing de Mercadona?
Actually, quite the opposite. It's the biggest,
It's the busiest time in the Mercadona in the city. Those are the busiest times.
Not the one that I go to.
We live in the city center, bro.
Okay.
Because
So-
it's like everyone's leaving work, everyone's in there leaving the gym, everything.
So the producers are saying those are the hours that people always go. When I go, I usually don't have a problem. I have one product, I usually don't do a big shopping. If I do a big shopping, I go midday.
Hold on. You love buy your lentils, you know.
Oh, me?
You like lentils?
No, man, in the bottle. Not the... not the, you know... But you know, another thing that the producer also said, this might be a way that Mercadona is using to get people to buy. What do you think? It's a marketing strategy.
It could be like that was the low period that
People would use.
imagine if you were right and that in some places the peak was off. That wasn't a peak shopping time.
Yeah.
Mercadona wants more people to come in.
So right now our producer is saying that when she would go to Mercadona and shop between those hours, even before this meme and whatever, that would be the time that she would like
Get approached.
get approached or call people's attention,
Yeah.
which is very
You know,
different.
I have a funny.
I don't understand these
Can-
Europeans.
can
I don't
tell the
understand
story-
these people.
Can I tell the story that you told me? Can I?
Yeah, so that
So the other day after I finished playing paddle mailing, right?
yeah.
I need some stuff from Mercadona and she's going to Mercadona as well. So like, let's go to Mercadona and pick up some stuff. And she was
Talk a
telling
little
me,
closer to the mic.
she was telling me like, she doesn't like going to the Mercadona this one because every time she goes, a guy is hitting on her multiple times.
One
Like,
guy.
guys are hitting on her.
Guys. Yeah.
Excessive. And I'm like, no way. Like, why would someone do that in Mercadona? This was before I knew of this trend. And then she's like, even one guy, she told him no, and then she saw him in the lettuce aisle, saw her in the lettuce aisle, and he came back to her and asked her again.
Yeah.
Propositioned her again.
Oh, yo.
And
Persistent.
then like a few days later, I saw this. This is how I came across this meme. I saw this meme. I'm like, this is exactly what the guy was doing. She was in there again in the same place.
At the same time.
Getting lettuce.
You see, that's almost like being in the wrong place at the wrong time and getting shot.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. What if I can't get to Mercadona? I can only go between that hour, and I'm walking in there, and somebody boom chop me with their cart.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like,
yeah, and you know,
and they wouldn't say sorry, because you know if you're going, if according to the video, you're supposed to hit the person, and they won't say sorry.
no.
For me, that's a problem. If somebody hit my cart and don't say sorry, I'll be like,
weird.
huh?
It's weird. And
What's this?
And you know what my issue with it is? I'm a man that loves to buy my pineapple.
Yeah, I know. So that VN you can't turn it upside down. You have to turn it right side up.
Yeah,
That
but
you have to be
somebody
very careful.
I'm just not gonna go to Mercadona in those times, bro.
Or hide it.
Why would I go shopping if I have to hide my produce though?
It's not right. I wonder who was the mastermind behind all of this. These young people find everything to flirt. Why they can't just go outside and talk to each other?
This is what they're doing.
In Mercadona?
People normally pick up people in the supermarket all the time, bro. This is not a new trend. Like that's been like
I've never picked up anybody in the supermarket before.
You only pick up groceries.
I only pick up groceries.
You sure?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's not very common for a girl to approach.
Yeah. But to this, it opens it up. Like you send the signal
True.
that you want to be approached. It's like wearing a sign.
But the thing is now, Davian, I wonder if there would be another dynamic to this thing. All right, for example, I'm a man. I go to Mercadona, right? And I have my pineapple. The producer is saying that girls won't hit on me. So I have to do the hitting. That might save me.
Yeah.
That might save me.
Yeah, but if you see a girl with her lettuce or with her lentils in it, you know she's sending that signal. So you know you have an increased chance.
And suppose me see like a big woman with her lentils or what.
Yeah, or olive oil. I need to find the olive oil woman.
Oh, you have money? You have money? Hey!
You do right now.
He's a big boy. He's a big boy.
The cougars. No, but I actually, there's a part of me that likes it as well.
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm not hating on it, honestly. It's very interesting the way that people find to flirt or to show interest. You know, I wasn't expecting this at all.
Totally. But you have to remember,
Honestly.
we're coming from a society where it's evolved to a point where making like face-to-face connection with someone
Is weird.
It's weird and it's declining.
It's
People
declining
are-
very
pe-
much.
People are also having a lot less sex nowadays.
You think so?
Yes, it's been proven. Like people are having less sex now.
But scientists don't know when me they under sheet and them thing that
People
things,
on an average. Tony, you weren't in the study, bro.
That's why.
But-
and you have more people like
Oh
me and
my-
you, Davian.
Oh my God, bro! You're a scientist. You're a biochemist. You know when you sample the population, you test 1,000 people, and you can use that to
All right.
indicate the population.
Was this study country specific, continent specific, or
Tony,
what? Because
Tony.
it has to be. It can't be a global thing.
It can be.
Davian,
You can't say-
Davian, you know what is Jamaica? You know what is Trinidad and Tobago?
Yeah, but-
when the soca
okay.
start to play,
Okay.
and this dance
What
start to
percentage
move.
of the world does Jamaica make to impact the study, bro? It's a
Abi,
very,
no,
it's
but
not.
you can't count us out like that, Davian.
Tony, you check a population with 300 million versus a population with 3 million.
The 3 million, them a fuck. Don't worry about the 300 million, the 3 million, them a do things.
So you're saying that 3 million Jamaicans fuck more than 300 million?
3 million Jamaicans can fuck for the whole world, Davian. For the whole world, Davian. and it's Davian, come on.
So you say, so that means it. Okay, 3 million, 300
Yes.
million. So that means if you do the maths, you as one Jamaican, you fuck for 100 other people.
It's in the culture.
That's what we call culture, Davian. That's me say
So
Caribbean.
hold on,
Me. Listen, I am not calling my own name.
No,
But
you're one of the Jamaicans, though.
I am a Jamaican, but not all Jamaicans are the same. I'm not.
Jesus Christ, you can't have your cake and eat it too, brother.
We
You
do.
can't have your cake and eat it too.
But just listen to me, Davian. I want to see the sample size that they used for this
I
study.
will pull up a study so you can watch it, but
All right.
I don't know the full details, but I just know on average people are having less sex
sex.
nowadays. People are also having less kids nowadays.
That for sure. That for true. That is true.
So the two are related. There's some
I w-
correlation there, right?
No.
Less sex, less kids. Correlation, brother. Like it's as plain as day. You need
No.
sex to have kids.
Is that so?
You don't need sex to have kids?
Davian, do you know what immaculate conception is?
Jesus.
Do you know what a test tube baby is?
Tonniel, what? These are...
No, I'm just being the devil's advocate. Listen to me.
Esa censura en el video.
Oh my...
Don't worry. Don't worry. I was only playing the devil's advocate, Davian.
Yeah,
But this is an interesting study, honestly, you know?
Yeah. People have
Interesting study.
people are having less sex. So
Yeah.
for me, and that's even with dating apps, as I was saying, like I just like the fact that people are going out there, even if this is the way that they need to get back to like talking to someone in person.
Yeah, me love that. Me
You
love
send a
that.
signal instead of swiping on an app, you actually go to the supermarket. And you know this all the stuff they put in the basket, they're healthy stuff as well. So you shop a little healthier.
Oh, another thing, this might even spill over to, because it might start at Mercadona, it might end up in the bars. If you're at a bar and you have the lid off your cafe, for example, or whatever, or you have your tea, because there's this thing that pisses waiters off. I don't know if you know about it.
Alright.
If you're drinking a tea or whatever, and you wrap the label around the cup, around the handle, they get so pissed. You know why?
always do that, bro.
I always do it, but guess what?
Guilty.
I try to remove it before I leave. Sometimes I forget. What happens is that, and it's not my fault, honestly. The waiters, they would just take the cups and put them in the machine, and the tea bag might burst, and it just messes up the whole load.
Because they
of
just want to put the stuff in the dishwasher. You're making their jobs more difficult.
Oh, my brother.
But
Look. Oh,
I'm not saying they're not
Yes.
at fault for doing it, but
no, we make their lives much harder, so I try not to do it. My brother.
exactamente.
But as I was saying, like, this might spill over into other things, and hopefully people start talking to each other these days and stop with this. What are some of them? This Badu, this Tinder, this, I don't even know.
Bumble,
A Bumblebee or Bumble?
just Bumble.
Bumble. Look at all of these. So many dating apps. These weren't
Hinge.
around when I was younger.
Yeah.
As a young man, you have to know how to talk to a young girl. If you don't know how to talk to a young girl and way over a young girl, you don't deserve that young girl.
So you're saying if someone gets someone off a dating app, they don't deserve them?
It's not. No, I'm not saying that. And also, there are some people who can only date on dating apps.
True.
Yeah.
I saw a funny video. Oh my god! But it was a long YouTube video. I don't know if you know Abba and Preach. They're a big YouTube channel. They do like reaction and
No,
commentary.
Rasta, I don't know them.
And they were reacting to this guy. I think it's one of their most viewed videos. They were reacting to this guy that has said that he's based on societal standards, he's ugly. He's like,
He's ugly, yeah.
yeah, he's ugly.
He accepted it.
He accepted it, and he's like, he went on these dating apps and designed a program where he could message the maximum 600 women a day, and he would get rejected by all 600 of them.
He's a programmer. He designed a program to hack the app.
Yeah, essentially.
Bumbo
And
clot.
all
So,
600 each day would
so you-
reject him or tell him that he's ugly.
you throw the dice 600 times, and 600 times you fall on one. Not 1 6-year-old.
Nothing.
My God.
He's like, he would go for fat girls, ugly girls, disabled girls, every kind of girl he would shoot a shot at, and they all reject him.
What's the purpose?
Hmm?
What's the purpose of that?
Why? He was trying to find someone because he felt ugly and he didn't have the confidence to approach someone in person. So he was trying to find a partner. And he
On the
thought
app.
if he played the numbers game, chances are
He might score.
he might score.
Oh my God.
They give you this option that you can message more people usually, yeah,
If you pay, you can message
Yeah,
more
but-
people.
premium and
Still, dating apps aren't designed for people unless they're aesthetically pleasing to the eyes.
it depends on what you're looking for.
Oh, Lynn?
I don't think so.
No.
I think there's a certain bar
Yeah.
and they want everybody to fit
Es-
above this bar.
especially for men. Especially,
It's actually harder for men.
especially
Always
for men.
harder for men
Because
with these dating
if,
apps.
if you have all these options now, you become more picky. You have more choices. So whereas in person you can meet someone and let's put these people in numbers. Let's say you meet a 6 in person, right? You're not initially attracted to that person, but that person starts talking to you and they're funny and their personality is great and they win you over. They
And they
charm
go
you
from a 6 to a 8.5 or
with
a
the
9.
personality. But on an app, you have 5 seconds to jump from a 6 to a 8. And she's gonna skip.
It's not easy.
Whereas on the guy's side, some guys, they play a numbers game on the app. They will swipe 100 times hoping to get one hit, no matter who. Because guys would just be like, use all their... Like, the guy said that he just swiped right on every girl. It didn't matter. There was no criteria. There was no standard.
600.
600 in a day. Because
In a
at the
day.
time, that was the limit he could do. If he could have done more,
He would have
he'd
done more.
And he would
My
still
brother.
not hit.
My brother.
I meant in terms of the application, for example, I don't know if you saw, there's a documentary about,
You want to say something? You want me to give you the mic?
about an application that has been created for couples that they want to cheat on their wives or on their husband.
What?
Yeah, and it's super popular. So that's what I meant previously, that it depends on what you're looking for. So for example, this app, it was like just exclusively for people who were married and they're hiding from their husband, wife, whatever. And you can write what you're looking for, and also it's same as Tinder. It shows you the location, how close it is, and
Yeah, but all right. It's going to be the same problems. Like, there will be a percentage of married men on it that want to cheat on their wives, but still can't. They will still get hit nil. They will still not hit a 6. They still won't score a goal.
yeah.
And then, whereas if a woman goes on it, she would have essentially the pick of the litter.
Yeah, but then she knows what she's getting because she's getting confidentiality that no one would know that she's
Yeah.
actually cheating.
Yeah, so the app provides that service. It provides that. The app does what it does, but it doesn't provide it to everyone equitably. Like, men and women won't stand the same chances. Like, for instance, let's say, I was on that app, right? Because again, back to the numbers. I swipe on 10 women, I might get 1 match. If a woman swipes on 10 men, she'll probably get 6-7 matches.
True, I get it. Because the
Speak-
criteria
speak
for a woman,
like
what she's looking for,
closer.
is different than for a man. That's what I think.
Explain.
A woman might be more interested in a guy, what he would look, or for example, if he's rich, poor, what he can provide. But I think for a man, if we're being honest, I think at some point he doesn't care about the look, and he just want to have sex.
Sex is the main objective, and if you're on the app, you're gonna shoot. It's like
Yeah.
you're fishing as well. Like,
Yeah,
you
but
know?
for a woman, even if like sex, and on top of sex, they want something else. Like they wouldn't want to have sex with any random guy. Because I think for a woman, she has more options. Like it's easier for her to find someone, if we're being honest, to have sex with than a man.
True. Facts. It's good to have a woman say that. No man fuck anything, dog.
Anything as long as it can walk.
With a split.
As long the thing is, yeah, as long as it can walk and it have a split
Yeah.
and you can fit, you'll find a man there.
No, seriously. I don't think no matter how societally, subjectively ugly someone is,
Or
a
how
woman is,
brawling.
yeah, there will be
Woman
a
might
man
be-
that will take on the work.
Always.
There will be, whereas, I was saying,
Them say every war having tick a bush.
yeah, but not every tick have a bush. It kind of skewed, so that's what I'm
It's
saying.
skewed,
I like this entire Mercadona concept, making people, even if it's just a little nudge, talk to someone.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is trying to be organic. It's pushing people to be more organic when it comes down to social
Yeah.
reactions, because sometimes it really gets really awkward these
Yeah.
days. Everybody is just in their bubble. don't come close to my bubble. I don't like what you're doing. Unless I let you in an app or whatever. But
You know what? Now that we have a woman here, I have a question. Can speak close to the mic, please. I have a question, please. You won't be on camera. Just almost put your lips on the mic. That's how close you need to be.
Okay.
All right. Which do you prefer? Someone approaching you organically, or like someone coming up to you in a bar or in the street or in the gym or in the supermarket and approaching you? Or would you rather someone just DM you or swipe right on an app?
Well, it depends because, for example, if someone would DM me and I do know that we have friends in common, I know something, I know something about him, I have some information, I might be more open to talk to him than any random guy in a bar, for example, because it depends on the location. So if you're in a bar, the chances that a guy would come and talk to you is just to have a one-night stand, for being honest. The majority of time. It depends on the location. It depends on how you're looking. It depends on the man. It depends on the age also a lot. Because if someone, for example, he's 25 years older than you and trying to approach to you 100%, well, what he wants is different than what you're looking for. 100% his intention is different. So
I disagree with that a bit as a man that talks to women in bars.
yeah, you talk to them, but you talk to them in a friendly way. But usually when men try to approach, if you're sitting by yourself, the majority of time, they're not looking to make friends. The majority of time.
I disagree with that to an extent. I know
I don't talk to anybody.
No, you know why I would disagree? I don't disagree fully. I'm just gonna say, like, when I approach a girl, the way that she responds to me determines how I view her after that. If I can see a future with her based on how she receives me, or if I see this is just gonna be a short thing.
But why did you choose to speak to this certain girl?
The way she looks, honestly, the way she looks.
So she attracted you in some sort of way?
Yeah, physically,
Okay,
That's,
so not friends.
I'm not gonna approach someone just because of their personality. I can't see the personality from across the room.
But you don't choose your friends based on what they look. So this is not friendship.
Yeah, no, I don't go up to girls in bars to make friends.
Okay, so you just said it.
Yeah, I don't go up to make. No,
contradict yourself.
No, I'm not contradicting. You said that the sole purpose is just to have sex with this person or a one night stand.
I mean, like, not just sex, but I mean, like, in a way that they're not looking for friends. Like, the majority of time.
Oh yeah, I don't have time for that.
Exactly.
Bro, I'm telling the truth. If I'm in a bar and I see a girl sitting there on her own and I approach her, my intention is not to be friends with her. If I wanted to make friends, I would go to a pottery class or some shit. No, but the environment. If I approach a girl in a bar, that's an environment where she knows the reason why I'm approaching her as well. It's not like there is a unwritten understanding between us that I'm a guy approaching you in a bar. If I'm not asking you for directions or asking you where the toilet is, that means I generally want something with you. The way that our conversation goes will determine if it's going to be something I can see short term or long term.
True, exactly. Basically you said what I said previously.
You said that the sole purpose. I just don't approach. If I want to make friends, I'll go to an activity. The bar is a hunting ground for me.
The thing is, I think in Murcia, they're a bit less with this mentality. It depends on the location where you're going. For example, if you go to Barcelona, Madrid, if you're in a fancy place. So, yeah, the majority of time when a guy tries to approach you, it's...
Okay. So, would you approach a guy in a bar to be friends?
I don't know. It depends if, for example, something happened or an incident or whatever that it made us talk. I would.
But you didn't approach them. There were circumstances that led to it.
Exactly. But me by myself go and talk to that random person.
Yeah.
The probability that would do that is super low. No, I would never do that. If I'm being honest. Unless, for example, I do know that there's something in common. For example, I heard him speaking my language, my native language. Then I would do that. But
But
Other
that's
than
a
that,
different
no.
approach again.
Exactly. So I don't think.
to this thing, I understand.
Yeah. All right. All right. Thank you. I love that. I got a woman's perspective on
Yes,
this.
because sometimes we don't like to talk about these things unless we have, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. But going to that now. You know, even though sometimes, as you say, you might talk to a girl in a bar, whatever, you might be attracted to her.
Yeah.
And you say, because sometimes that attraction might not even amount to anything.
Yeah.
We might end up being friends. You know, we might be talking there and then we find out that, you know, we go good together. Why not be friends or whatever? I don't see this girl as anything, so why not be friends?
It depends for me as well. That's another thing. With
Just so you, I don't approach people in public, honestly. You know,
dog, you're so lie, dog.
no, I don't. The thing is now, you might find me like talking with a stranger or whatever because something might have happened. They might give me a compliment or me and the person might see something and we start laughing or whatever. We might talk for a minute or two, you know, introduce the podcast to them and then boom, that's it.
No,
You know,
those are genuine
And
interactions.
the thing is now, yeah, I think I mostly have like not scripted interactions, which is the fun part about it, because you never know who the fuck you might meet when you go places.
Fair
you know,
enough.
and because I'm a different looking person, even as a black man, you know, I still look different when I lax and how I move and I walk and talk and all these things. Some people might, this is not something that I exactly like, but for example, remember the other day me and you did in Fits?
Yeah.
And we're talking, you know, full on patois, whatever. If you were looking around us, eventually after a time, like everybody was like
Trying
like
to figure
looking
out what
like
we're saying.
you know, like looking at us or whatever. And sometimes during that time, somebody might come over and say Bob Marley, or you know, or
It's
whatever.
normally a guy though. Normally it's the guys who come over with a friendly interaction.
Yeah, you know, 1 and 2 time a young girl might come cross or whatever, but you know, just reactions, just interactions, honestly. Does it bother me? Not all the times I want to be seen. I prefer not to be seen most of the times. I don't know. I like to just blend in. But here, I cannot blend in. So, you know.
Yeah, for me, it depends.
But it doesn't actually bother me.
It depends on the mood I'm in.
That too.
Sometimes I'm in a happy mood and someone comes up to me and be like, you're speaking patois, and then they start trying to speak patois. And I'm very like, nice. I would say 8 out of 10 times, it's a good reaction.
It's a good reaction.
But the 2 times you catch me on a bad day,
yeah.
then I'm just like.
So why you out on a bad day? I try to keep myself in on a bad day. Most times, you know, sometimes you find yourself on the outside on a bad day. You really can't do anything but like, you know.
Bad day I go out on a bad day because I don't want to stay at home in my depression on a bad day. Go out, see if you can change that instead of just wallow in it.
No, what I do is I try not to share this energy with anybody.
No,
because if I go out, knowing me, my emotions are on my face. You can tell how I feel on my face.
Yeah.
You don't even have to ask me. Just look at me, and you will see.
All right, but sometimes, as I said, when I'm in a bad mood, I go out with friends for the 2 hours, 3 hours. That 3 hours essentially just made me feel better. Because I'm in a community, their energies are positive. It's not like I'm gonna go there. Have you ever seen me go out and I'm just like in the corner?
Never.
And there are some days I'm having a bad day.
Yeah, as in some days me can tell, but I've never seen you just in the corner just.
Yeah, because that's not me. But I have a dilemma for you this week, Tonniel. A moral dilemma. Daniel is gonna be so pissed because he's like, I put the audio there. Why are you doing the audio? Why are you doing the freaking audio? This is why I'm editing. You're taking over my job. Right, so the moral dilemma of this week, you want a story or you just want to get straight into it?
What do fans prefer?
Would you like a story? You want a story?
You want a story? How long of a story, Davian?
I'll keep this. No, quick story. Quick backstory. Quick love story leading to something.
All right, cool. Go ahead. Go
Say,
right
Tonniel, for instance, you approach a girl at a bar one day and eventually you realize that this is the woman for you. She is your lenteja.
My sweet bread.
Yeah. Your long distance. You're everything.
Yeah.
Right? And for years and years, you're trying to have, not even years and years, you're working, you know, to the point of success where, you know, I don't want to have kids until we're successful. Until she gets up in age, you know, as women get older, one thing happens. Their ability to procreate decreases.
Definitely,
you know?
yeah.
That's a scientific fact. She's getting up in age, and then you realize that, oh shit, we have enough money, we have that nice house now, we can have a kid. You're ready to have that kid that you both dreamed of.
Yeah.
And of course, you get to work.
Boom, 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 bam, bam, bam,
The
bam.
clapping and never stopping and never rapping. And you're good to go.
Yeah.
Right? 3 months in, she find out like she's pregnant and everything is good. In the first trimester, I would say. First trimester, she's pregnant, everything is good.
Everything going according to
man,
plan.
you go to the doctor. The doctor looks at you and say, oh, you're going to have a boy.
Yo.
You don't want a boy?
No, dog. The thing is now, you have more in the moral dilemma, right?
Yeah, it's not done.
All right.
That's the dilemma, bro.
All right. So just to comment on that, Spanish doctors have a dirty habit. A dirty habit of telling you the sex of the kid when you go to the ultrasound. It happened to one of my friends. She was so pissed.
Okay. All right. Let's just say
Yeah.
your wife wants to know the gender and you found out you're having a boy. Right?
And she wants to know.
Yeah, she wanted to know because she wants to
prepare.
shop. And, you know, shop
Yeah.
accordingly and, you know,
Yeah.
prepare the room a certain way. Paint it up blue. Live the dream. Because she wants everything to be prepared for when the kid
Comes.
You know? The doctor says, like, since she's a bit older, there might be problems with the kid.
Yeah.
Right? There might be some complications. So they order a new set of tests. One of which is to test the baby's, I think it's the amniotic fluid, to see if the baby will have any deformities. Because the older a woman gets, the higher chance of the kid being born with a deformity.
Increases, yes.
Yeah, it increases. So these tests, they run them. And when the results come back, the doctor calls you. You pick up the phone. And the doctor says, can you and your wife come in? I have the results for the test. And you're like, oh, I'm close to the office. I'll just drop by and pick up. You can just tell me and I'll tell my wife later, right? You go in and the doctor says, I would really love for your wife to be here since this concerns her. But your wife is busy. You're like, she's busy. I've been trying to call her. She's been trying. I can't get through to her. So can you just tell me so we can, you know, what the results are? Because you're optimistic. You think everything
should go
You're
well.
on cloud 9. You're just doing these tests and a precaution. Then the doctor says, have a seat.
Bomboclat. Have a seat.
Have a seat. And when you hear
You know
have
it's
a
serious,
seat,
yeah.
and he's like, and he comes in, closes the door, goes on his desk, and he's like, Mr. Blackwood, the results came in. You're gonna have a baby boy. He's gonna be healthy, but he will be born with a deformity. The deformity. He will have, let's say, Down syndrome.
Yeah. Special kid.
So it's special needs. And he tells you, like, we're still in the region where your wife could actually have an abortion
Yeah.
or keep the baby and let the baby come to full term. And you go home with the sad news. And you didn't want to tell your wife. Like, you didn't know what to do. You wanted to come
I
to
understand. Yeah, you just want the world open up
Yeah.
and just swallow you right there.
You wanted to come to a decision on your own, whether or not what you wanted to do before you even tell your wife. But obviously, your wife sees you down at dinner and she's like, what's going on? You went to the doctor, right? What were the results? And you look at her, tears falling from your eye, and you're like, the baby gonna have a deformity. He's gonna have Down syndrome. And she just starts crying. And he's like, you're like, the doctor gave us two options. We can have an abortion or try again. Or we can have this baby knowing that they will have special needs going forward. What would you decide, Tonniel?
The baby have to born that vein. There's no going back.
Yeah?
When they call it the picture, go inside this thing, you know what you were doing. You wanted something, it never come out as you want it, but you have to accept it. It's life.
Yeah?
You can't just go around taking life just like that, man.
But even though you know this kid will never have what we call a normal life.
Yeah, we know that, but at the end of the day, you have to go through with the process. You know? You can try again after the first one.
Yeah, but that's
Can
the
try again
next,
after
that's
the
next
first
option.
one.
If you get rid of this one, you can.
But you know, honestly, most parents would say that, you know, after the first kid, this happening to the first kid, they wouldn't try again.
Yeah. No,
You
but
know?
the odds of it happening again are lowered.
Yeah, than the first time. But this is something that I would have to accept, a reality that I would have to accept. And I have 6 more months to help to prepare ourselves,
Yeah.
you know.
Well,
But
what if your wife said she wanted an abortion?
then I would have a problem. But the thing is now, even before getting into this relationship, I think these are things that you should talk about. Especially this thing. Especially this thing. Because this thing can make or break a relationship if you don't talk about this. Because when the shit hit the fan and that actually happen,
But how many
Is,
people actually do that, bro? Like, how many people are like, oh, if we ever have a kid and the kid might be disabled, we'll take this action.
which action of the
Yeah,
of taking it out?
yeah.
Believe it or not, Davin, you have a lot of people who actually believe in taking this option. You know, but I'm not one of these people.
Yeah.
I believe the baby must born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And as you say, I'm successful. So it won't be much of a financial burden. It going to be a very big emotional burden, yes, on both of us.
No matter how successful
You know?
you are, like I've worked with kids with disabilities. It's
No,
It's
me
not
too,
easy.
me too. It's not easy. It's not easy.
No, it will be very difficult.
Yeah, but I think for a woman, for me, 100%, I would do abortion.
Hold on, say that. Like, it's good to have a woman's perspective, you know. It's a Yardman podcast plus one. It's close, very
Okay.
close to it.
Well, for me, from a woman's perspective, I would 100% do abortion, have abortion, 100%. And not just because of the idea, I don't want, like, it's a burden and it's going to be difficult. No, because why would I bring a kid to this world to suffer? So I think from my perspective, I would think I would be a bit egoistic. And if I just, like, if I bring this kid just to fulfill my needs, to have a kid,
Yeah.
it's better not to. And if we're gonna be speaking honestly, usually kids who with Down syndrome and all of that, they don't maximum, they would reach till the age of what, 45, 50? That's the max. And they would be suffering, imagine 50 years of their whole life. Just
don't have to be, you know.
I've dealt with patients who had Down syndrome, and I had one who's 55 years old.
Yeah.
And the way that he's 55 years old, but he's actually behaving as if someone who's 7 years old, imagine 55, he can't speak, he barely can speak, he can't see, he can't hear. So why did you bring him to this life?
I see what you're saying.
That's
It's
my
a tough
perspective.
decision, bro.
It's a tough decision. It's a touchy topic. You know?
I think
But listen. At the end of the day, I believe it's all about accountability. You should be able to be accountable for the sex that you have. The sex that you have might end up in a baby. It might end up in a healthy baby, an unhealthy baby. But at the end of the day, if you don't want this to happen, you can prevent it. There's something called safe sex.
yeah, but you don't know.
You never know, but the thing is that you never know, but you know that something will become of this. And you have to face these consequences. That is what I believe. You have to face these consequences.
It also comes down to, like, when you have a kid, you want your kid to have the best life possible.
Of course, always.
I want my kid to have the best life, the best of everything, a happy life. Seeing them go through a life like that, it's essentially not only robbing them of their life, robbing you as well. You won't be living your life as well,
No, you believe in your life for your kid.
which is what's there already. But every essence of your being would be taking care of this kid. I've seen parents that raise these kids and they love them to above and beyond. They would do anything for them. But at the end of the day, you can still see the toll that it's taken on them. They have
No,
not
of
lived
course,
their
of
lives.
course, no.
They have not lived their
Your,
lives.
your life put on a park when you have a special kid like this.
Yeah.
You know?
And some people make it work, but comes down to the circumstance and the situation, yeah, man. But that was the moral dilemma for today.
Yes, Ja.
Yeah.
A tough one again, Davian. How are you setting me up with these tough ones, Davian?
I set up no man in a tough things. I say, brother. Sit up, no man, you're not tough thing. All right, Tonniel Jones.
Let's get to it. And this week,
hold on. Before you go, you do Tonniel. I have a writ against you, bro.
you have a what against
I have
me?
a writ.
A writ. You're coming with these words today. What's with you and these words? It's like you come here and attack me with these big words, David. What's the problem?
That's not a big word. That's not a big word.
But the only writ I know about is going to a funeral. And you know
No,
those
I don't have a writ. I don't even know what to
a
spell.
Ritz Carlton, the hotel.
Not a writ. I have a writ against you, man.
Yeah.
All these months, you've been doing Tonniel Jones, and you have not touched on one of my favorite genres, my love-making genre. You've not really touched on the R&B. And I feel like
it's forwarding, Rasta.
The R&B fans are being neglected.
No, but I've actually put R&B songs. I can prove you wrong.
The R&B fans are being neglected.
Davian, you can check the tunes, man. You have this artist Rastafari. Her name is Cleo Soul.
The R&B fans that love the 90s and the early 2000s R&B, they are being neglected.
People, check the playlist. Check the playlist for Cleo Soul. Cleo Soul, she has a song named In Your Arms.
How many R&B songs you put there?
Davian, you said you never said me. Before you said I didn't put any.
Well, now you confirmed that you only put one.
Wait, no. The first song to be on the playlist was a Erykah Badu, The Other Side of the Game.
Mm-hmm. You are
classical R&B, how classic can get. And I told you about the story of the man being a drug dealer and raising a family as a drug dealer. Like anything can happen at any moment, them can come kick down your door.
Tonniel.
What you gonna do when they come for you?
Tonniel, I would not make love to that song. The people have been
working
talking.
and it's what you pay the bills.
That's not Tonniel. The people have been talking.
The people have been talking.
The
you guys
people,
have been talking. Who is talking?
They need some love-making music on the playlist. It's like we don't have that side to us, bro. It's not a good look.
Who don't have that side to me?
The person that making the Tonniel tune. Put a song from your love-making playlist.
Brother, it's like you never hear me earlier when I tell you about the 3 million Jamaicans. The 3 million Jamaicans versus the 300 million.
Are you not making love to any R&B songs, bro?
Alright, so this week on Tonniel's Tunes. Right? I have a song. It's not exactly an R&B song. It's an oldies song. It was coming up to R&B in those times. And I'll tell you the story behind this song. This song, it actually has a sad story behind this. So the name of this song is Sparrow by Marvin Gaye.
Bumbleclap. You go pick a sad song from an R&B legend. You pick a sad song. Nobody don't want to hear the sad song from Marvin Gaye, bro.
But you have to understand though, Davian. I will tell you, wait a minute, let me get into the story of this album, man.
Get into the story.
So the name of the song is Sparrow by Marvin Gaye. And he sang this song on an album which is called Here My Dear.
Okay.
So I'll explain this album to you now.
Let me see it.
Take a look, man. So this album was when Marvin Gaye was going through a divorce with his wife. And because of his bad spending habits that he used to have, he couldn't find himself paying child support. So him, his ex-wife, and his lawyer got together and they decided on a deal.
Yeah.
What deal did they strike? So Marvin decided that the next album that he would put out, the royalties from this album would go to his wife, his ex-wife, and his kid.
Yeah.
And this album, imagine the pain you feel for somebody, and you have to get up and you have to put yourself together and work in the studio for this person. Every song on the album, if you listen to these songs, you feel something from Marvin Gaye and these songs.
You feel something from
Marvin. Man.
Why for that?
Easy no, man. Well, yeah, Here My Dear. And this album is not regarded as one of his most listened album, but it's a work of art
Tonniel.
when it comes on to what he did with the production and all of these things.
All right.
Here, my dear.
Check it
by
out,
Marvin
people.
Gaye.
But you know what? People hear Marvin Gaye, they don't want to hear that, bro.
What's going on? What's going on?
They want to like, let's
Wait,
get
no,
it
man.
on. That's what people want to hear.
Cool, no, man.
They want to hear
You
the
never
sexual
they never me get to that part, there, David.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
I was on a roll with Marvin Gaye, so that was his first.
Why for that? Why for
I was
that?
on a roll. Wait, no, man. All right, so the next song on the playlist is What's Going On.
Man, yo, you never planned to put you did not plan to put that song on
Some of
the
the great
fucking
things
playlist.
in life were not planned, David. Bob Marley was not planned,
But
you know.
you know what? I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're listening
That
to the
is all.
fans.
That is all. That is all. That is what. Yeah. That is
Yeah,
what. That is what
because
it is.
we need the fans to be, you know, we just said
Yeah,
people aren't
man.
having enough sex. A good song leads to good
All right.
sex.
Here one now. Next week, guys, I'm going to put 4 love making songs. We're going to drive you crazy for the playlist. So
4
get
love
ready.
make-
Get ready.
For baby making
But wait,
songs.
now, man. Let's go back to What's Going On. What's Going On is a song that's singing about like, what are you guys doing? What are we doing with the world? Why are we not together? Why are we doing all of these things? And that song was actually sung back in the 1970s.
Yeah.
And some of the things that he sang about in that song, or even that whole album, we see them today. You know?
Premonition. But history repeats itself.
Musical prophet, man.
And history repeat.
And that was Tonniel's tunes. I hope you guys like these songs. And get ready for next week.
Yeah.
I hope you add to them 4 songs to your playlist.
You know what? Next week, I will bring some of my favorite lovemaking songs.
So it's a clash.
No, I'm not clashing nobody with lovemaking songs.
It's a clash.
I will bring, let's say,
How much you bring now?
I will bring my top 5 lovemaking songs.
Whoa. Top 5. Woo.
Top 5 lovemaking
Widalo.
songs. And you bring your top 5 lovemaking songs.
All right then. Are we gonna put we should put this in a separate playlist?
Because I want the babies to be named after me. When they listen to these songs,
Yeah.
I need the babies like, you know which track, and you're like, Davain's tunes. But I'll put it in Tonniel's tunes, but they know this is Davain's pick. Because I don't
Alright.
put a lot of songs in there. But
No,
my
no,
top
no.
5 song. And don't worry, guys. It's not only going to be R&B.
No, it's not gonna be only R&B. It's not only about soft love making. You have some times where you're rough.
It's
up
going to
things,
speed up.
You know?
There's going to be some love making, and there's going to be some fucking. It's going to be a
Straight as it
combination.
is. Straight as it
Straight
is.
up. It's going to be raw.
Some rocking the boat and then some.
It's going to be a
Yes.
combo.
Alright.
Depends on the mood. My top 5.
And another thing, Davian. When we started this podcast, you're a musical. You weren't so musically inclined. You were musically declined in a way.
Yeah,
I've seen changes in you since the start of this podcast. I want to shake your hand.
We always
I
say
really
this.
want to shake your hand. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Hello, I'm glad that we can share the love with you.
I always say I just don't study music like some people. Like they will know it, but there are songs that I always have a connection to.
Yeah, but yeah,
You
I
know
get
what I'm
you.
saying?
And I respect that. I respect
Like
that.
if we are driving and you pass me the Uggs, you know you're gonna get a good song.
You remember the game we played the last time when we went on a road trip?
Yeah.
Like every person was with the alphabet.
Yes.
And each person had a turn to put a song that started with this alphabet. I love that game, Davian. I was really surprised with that game when we played that game.
That
love
game
that
was
game.
not from me. I can't take credit for that.
Yeah, but still,
It's a great game.
you giving the game, it we really appreciate it. Honestly,
It's a good
it's something
game.
I can add to my cabinet.
You know what? It's my favorite one. Oh, for people that are going on a road trip, let's give them it. So
Yeah.
it's essentially a music game. You know, like everyone in the car. Let's say you have 5 people in the car, 5 different tastes in music. That's 5 different tastes in music. So what we did is we used the alphabet as a guide. Everyone, we say A all the way to Z. So A, B, C, D, E, and everyone has to pick a song that starts with the letter that they get.
Yeah.
The song starts with it, or the artist starts with
Los
it.
números valen.
Yeah. So
Numbers are also valid too. What were they?
well, if you spell out the number, so
If you spell the
out
number, you can also do that.
yeah. So you just do that. So Tonniel gets A, he has to pick a song starts in A. I pick B, I have to pick a song Let's start with B. Like I would pick Boys to Men, you know.
Ah, you like Boys to Men?
Yeah, they have some good songs. They have some good songs.
Okay, Davian.
They have some good songs. You don't like Boys to Men? You don't like Boys to Men?
No.
You like Men to Boys?
None of the above. Okay.
Alright, yes, sir.
And thank you guys for joining us. If you have not, this is the time where you like, share, and subscribe. This has been the Yardman Podcast.
Oh, wait. Put your love making song in the comment.
Yeah.
Put
That's
your
a good
favorite
idea.
love making song in the bumbleclad comment. If you don't put a song and you watch this episode, you're not doing it right. Put your favorite love making song in the episode. Lynn, you want to put your favorite love making song in?
All right. And that's it for the Yardman Podcast. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love.
Jessica?
And we
Are out!
Yardman Podcast are the one. The Yardman Podcast. Tell you about the Yardman Podcast. The Yardman Podcast. Tell you about the Yardman Podcast. The Yardman Podcast. Tell you about the Yardman Podcast. The Yardman Podcast. Tell you about the Yardman Podcast.
Subscribe now. We out.